Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning, Anne.
Hi. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen you. It's a pleasure to see your smiling face.
I've had some travel, and I got to tell you, it was fun. And until I flew home from Florida on Friday night, travel was really easy. And then
Oh, you
Friday,
had a tough time getting back?
planes, trains, and automobiles. I mean, my God.
Oh,
It was,
sorry to hear that.
it was fine.
But
Anyway,
you were doing business while you were gone. And folks, by the way, she wasn't gone a full 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She was here in the middle, just not on Mondays when we do our show.
Yeah.
So, all right. But you've been busy business wise and things are good.
Things are good, and for you too?
Yeah.
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 Absolutely. The spring market it's springing.
It
And
really
spring is in the air, right?
Absolutely. There are buds everywhere. It's early
Yeah.
March, and there are
Awesome.
buds in all the trees.
Fabulous. Well, let's talk about stats. Everybody, we're going to talk about stats, then we're going to talk about properties, and we have a cute little special feature for you as well. We're doing our typical month update here. First on houses, 50 homes closed. I put this in, Kyle, because I wanted to show the ups and downs of the seasonality of our markets. And this is a 10-year graph. You can see the peak of houses in the height of the pandemic, what we call the unicorn years. But here it is closer up. And you can see for a February, it wasn't too far off, where we typically are. 56, 60, 66, 81 was big, but, higher than last year.
Yeah.
Homes under contract, exactly the same as last year's February, but down. But again, how's the market? Inventory, right? Look at that. We seem to be settling into a pattern of a lull here, though, huh? 3 years in a row we've had in the 200s on homes for sale.
The thing that we've been hearing all along is that both buyers and sellers are getting used to the new mortgage rates, and once sellers get used to the new mortgage rates, we'll get more inventory, I think. So
Yeah,
it's starting to climb again. Yay.
I think you're right. The month supply is now up to 2.9 months. Median sales price, and this is, typical economics, right? There isn't anything for sale, so the prices continue to go up. We're now at $1,350,000 for the median sales price, which translates to $399 per square foot. Showings per listing, 4.2. And I did something differently this time. This is a rolling 12 months. This slide is wrong. It's not year to date. It's 12 months. So this is 12 months through February. 12 months through February 23 and 12 months through February 22. And you can see single family homes are off about 25% from the year before each time. All right, condos, 550 closed.
Back up.
It came up from January, and it's certainly higher than last year this month. So yeah, condos are strong, and you're going to see through here. Look at the numbers, 893. Now, granted, 893 is a smaller February, but still it's good. 1812 though for sale versus 1994 a year ago. Oh, and 2284 a year ago. Sorry, down 21%. 2.4 months, and the median sales price though is 405. It used to be 400. Remember when we kept saying 400? Now we're up to 405 and 6.6 showings per listing. So strong foot traffic. And here are the condo sales again year to date. It's not right. It's rolling 12 months. 9402 versus 11.8 versus 14.8. All right. Well, let's look at showing traffic. 161 for January. We're only through January. this is always a lagging number because it's an emerald. They're not as quick as we are.
Right.
Normed to January of 2014. And this is about the same as the Midwest region, a little bit lower than the rest of the United States. Okay, so we were just talking before we went on the air about interest rates. And I put this together last week before Friday's Freddie Mac number came out. It's now 6.88. If you Google, like you did, right? If you Google and say, what are interest rates? It'll say something lower. I don't know where Google gets their numbers. This is the index we're looking at, I think 6.88. You have to talk to your lender to get the real lowdown, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is the other. Okay. So if I were going to sum up the market, Kyle, I'd say inventory and I'd say rent prices. Up 21% for the median rent price over previous year, which was up before. The median sales price for a 3-bedroom is $4,000 a month, up 32%. If you see the right column, it's year over year. The second column is just the last 30 days. So 2 bedrooms are up 34%, 3 bedrooms 32%, 4 bedrooms 31% in 1 year. That's crazy, right?
Shocking.
Okay, and now we're back to like the median price for any rental in the different neighborhoods. Near West Side, 29%, Lincoln Park, 27, not percent, hello, 2,900, near North, 3,200. Oh, and then I just threw this in. Zumper gives a cost of living. They say we're 45% higher than anywhere in the U.S. for housing.
Well, but let's be fair. This is comparing it to, rural Texas too. I mean, it's not just, so I would be very interested in seeing against the average big cities, because I have a feeling we're lower.
Yes, we're definitely lower. Now we have climbed to number 11 because of these increases. But as you can see, like the median price for an apartment in New York City is $4,200 a month. We're $2,170, right? So if you look at San Francisco, $2,900 versus our $2,170. Miami, $2,650 versus our $2,170. So
we are below all the major cities.
Yeah, absolutely right. Los Angeles, $2,250. Washington, D.C., $2,250. We're below all of them. Yeah. Absolutely. So, but the point here is there are lots of affordable condominiums and houses if you go a little bit farther out on the houses. So it really is worth considering owning versus renting. Yes. Is my point. So that's it. That's what I've got.
Excellent. So shall we jump to...
Show me some properties. What'd you pick this week?
So Anne and I lately, for those who are new to the show, have been showing properties that are brand new to the market and that we think might sell fast, because the idea is what sells quickly. And so will you show part one? I put them both in the, you see them below?
Is that part one?
That's one. That's part one. So okay. The first one, and hold on a sec. I have these right here. Piece of cake. Good morning, everybody.
You're grabbing your sheets, right? Your detail sheet.
Good morning. Good morning. This is obviously 758 North Larrabee, and it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo, but I thought it was really kind of great for $625. So this is at the corner of Chicago and Larrabee.
Very beautiful.
Lots of light. It's got a lofted space. I I mean, look at that. This is an office bonus room up here that you're seeing this angle from. It's got outdoor space.
Oh,
Isn't that cute?
and a view of the loop.
And a view of the loop. This is the common outdoor space. This is that office from which they took the picture. I think that's sort of great. And the other stuff was fine. So that has, let's go back to that. That has one garage parking. It's close to downtown. It's in that hot area right near the river. It's really kind of great. So that has been on the market when I did this yesterday for 3 days. I bet you it's under contract. Oh, what's sort of great, this has been in the broker's notes, the agent who was the agent who sold it to them before, was the selling agent before. All offers must be reviewed on Sunday, 3/10. So I will report back next week to see if they go in under contract. That can be dangerous to anticipate that there will be so much market demand that they'll be due.
I have to tell you something just to insert here. When I was out at our Greenwich house, Tom and I went on open houses, and there was this little single family home, cute historic home, but small on Putnam Avenue. And they pulled that. They're like, okay, all offers are due Monday at 5 o'clock. And Tom and I are like, no way, there's no way, there's no way. Sure enough, I get a phone call the next day. Just checking to see if you're bringing in an offer for the deadline today at 5 o'clock. No, thank you. 4 or 5 weeks later, it's still on the market. So it's, beware everybody, just because they say offers are due. Now, in this case, they probably will have one. But my point is, it's kind of a trick that these agents are trying to pull to drum up traffic.
Well, I recently did this for that cute property in Bridgeport.
Your Bridgeport, yeah. And that, well, you had 29 groups or something ridiculous through your open house.
Yes, but
you knew it was going to pop. You knew that one was big.
And I didn't do it until I started getting calls before we even went on the market. When I put a sign in the window, and I started getting calls, and as soon as it went in the MLS, I started getting showing requests, and I'm like, okay, this is going to sell fast. But I would not have done this
right
without a sense that this thing was going to sell, because
and thank you for clarifying, because I don't mean to say that every time it happens that the agent's pulling a prank. I mean, there are times when it works, but there are also times when
I often see that
out over their skis, so to speak.
And what I love is when they don't update their broker's notes. So 3 months later, it says
it's still saying it.
Offers to a charge. Please update the note. Cut that out. Anyway, okay.
Oh, goodness sakes.
Next one, I thought this was sort of good. This is in well, I think it's Wrigleyville.
Yeah.
It's really,
it is.
3533 North Fremont. And the only reason I have it looking like this terrible slide, is because that's the picture they gave me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, duplex up.
But now, see, this is an example of what I've been talking about over the last couple months. It used to be you could get a duplex over there maybe for $750,000, $800,000. Now we're over at $1,275,000.
Well, this was built in 2022. These guys bought it in 2023, second half of 2023, and I looked at the pictures of what they bought. They've upgraded it.
Oh, it's lovely. Okay.
Looks beautiful.
Yes, it does. Oh, look at that. Is that how the kitchen was, or did they do the kitchen?
I think that's how the kitchen was, but they made it look as pretty as possible. That is builder greige, or sandy color. I would have changed it because I cannot live with that color. But
I'm okay with it. Oh, now is that virtually staged, or does it look like that, do you think?
I think it's virtually staged because there's no bird poop on those cushions. But
But look at the view of the city. Nice.
But it didn't say virtually staged when I did it. But yeah, what a pretty view. And I think this is theirs. And that's their pup tent to get up there. Their little, what do you call it, doghouse?
Doghouse, yeah.
So
yeah,
again,
where does that come from, the doghouse? I mean, that is such an unflattering term for those little bump ups on the roof, right?
the stairways up. So you get one garage parking. I mean, look how pretty that is.
It is pretty, but it's very, and I do appreciate color, right? I get tired of the same look.
It's quite,
but it must be very dark in person because they bump up the light on these photos.
Well, I wonder if they purposely made it very moody because of the gray. I don't know.
Huh.
Here's the bedroom. Okay, so now we'll go to the next one. So that was on the market for 4 days when I did this yesterday. So I will be that. The next one we have, I thought this was kind of great. This is an Edgewater, and it is. Oopsie, how am I here? That's how I'm here. Here, pivot. You didn't see that. Okay, there we
go.
Go
back to the beginning. Yeah.
1421 West Summerdale, number 1. So it is a duplex down in part. It's almost Andersonville. So it is between Glendale,
Summerdale. There, it might be even part of the. It's kind of a wonky area. It's like right at East Ravenswood Historic District, little Graceland West area, kind of almost to Foster.
It's just north of Foster.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, call it Andersonville.
It's between Clark and the one that starts Glen something. I go down it all the time, and I'm having a Monday morning.
Glenwood.
Okay, thank you. So pretty Greystone. What pretty room. So this is on the market for $800,000, and it is it has 0 square feet, which means
really?
Yeah, they just didn't list it. But look at
kitchen was tiny on this. I thought
it's not, so people. I have a tiny kitchen. This kitchen, which you will see now, is not tiny, but it is smaller than ginormous. So this is what I would think of as a really good kitchen. But then again, I just microwave. But it's I think it's great looking. And so this is the space outside of it. Isn't that pretty with that in that fire box? I think it's great.
Yeah.
And then the main bedroom, and I think that's downstairs, just based on the ceiling.
Yeah, and the windows higher like that. Yeah, I think it is a primary on the lower level, but it's pretty, good sized room.
And then look at this outdoor space. This is the private outdoor space. And then, this is the downstairs. They had the pictures all out of order, and I was too rushed.
Yeah, and that's a downstairs den.
Yeah, isn't that nice? There must be a bar somewhere. I just don't see it. And but there's this. This is what called out to me. Little wine store tucked somewhere, probably under the stairs. And then this is the common outdoor space. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that's very fun.
Yeah, and this has 1 garage spot for $800,000. It is again 3 bedrooms and 3 baths, and I think it's kind of great. I think that'll go fast. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think so. I have, you want to see are you done with that, or do you have something else?
That's it.
Okay, awesome. I am going to share with you. Can you see that?
I sure can.
Okay, this is my 6 North Michigan that just hit the market. We had it staged by P.S. Lyman, who I'm a big fan of.
Me too.
This is the southeast corner. This is almost 2,000 square feet with a peninsula big enough to have 5 chairs.
Did you sell this before?
No, I've had another unit like it, but it was 2,550 square feet on the floor higher.
Got it.
That was Kathy Brock's unit. This is on the 14th floor, very high ceilings, Scavellini cabinets. This is the standard for the building.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, primary bedroom, nice and big. Okay, guest room, but now I have to show you. This is where I'm going to be doing our shows from now on. You ready? I will be sitting at this desk, and that's my backdrop. What do you think?
I think it's beautiful. How are you going to do
Isn't
that?
that pretty?
You're just going to break.
That's real shelving. I took a picture of it, so I'm going to use that as my like fake background on my Zoom calls. I love it.
It's beautiful.
So anyway, that's it.
Really good. You've done beautiful pictures. Great job.
Thank you. You know, that building, that assessments are higher because it's luxury boutique, you know, 24-hour doorman, only 119 units. But it includes wonderful amenities, and you're right there on Cultural Mile. So
tell me what elevated HOA means.
2100.
Okay, that's not elevated.
Well, you know, that's funny you say that, because I was looking at some others for 3 bedrooms, 2,000 square feet, and I'm seeing 2,700, 2,900. No, it's not ridiculous. But people, you know, who are looking at these $800,000 walk-ups are looking at 300 a month. So to them, it's exorbitant. But if you're looking at a luxury building, you know, Cultural Mile near North, it's not ridiculous.
I've got a really beautiful 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 3.5 bath, 3,000 square feet with 1,500 square feet of terrace, beautiful in the Gold Coast. And the HOA has gone up to $3,000, a little over $3,000, and everyone's turning it down over the HOA.
Well, which is a shame, because you know what? If you try to get out somebody on one of these three unit walk-ups to do a roof or do masonry, it's not inexpensive. So
all that service, all that
right.
attention, all that security,
right.
And you're in the heart of the Gold Coast. It's and you've got this, I mean, 1,500 square feet of outdoor space is like a yard. That they, you know, and I get it. $3,000 a month is it's $36,000 a year. Yes, I did the math right in my own head. A year in added on to your housing costs, but it's hard. Hard. Okay. What else have we got?
That's it.
We have return on your, you've got a few minutes return on your investment. This is a shorter show, people. We'll have more for you next week, I promise.
Sounds good. Take care, everybody. Good to see you, Kyle. We'll see you next time.